College football fans, the championship is here, and DraftKings Sportsbook is making sure you can throw down on the epic showdown for a shot at big bucks. New customers can score 150 instantly in bonus bets for betting $5 on the championship game.
No SEC schools in the championship is wild, but it should be a fun one. On DraftKings right now, Michigan is a 4.5-point favorite, and the over-under is set at 55.5.
Download the app now and use code Jenkins, Jenkins. New customers can score 150 instantly in bonus bets for betting just $5 on college football. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code Jenkins. The crown is yours. Welcome to Jenkins and Jonez on the Volume Podcast Network. It is Monday, January 8th. And what a weekend. We've got basketball. We've got NFL playoff set. We've got a huge week ahead. And we've got the battle of the century, our very own John Henry versus the Locomotive. We're going to have a showdown between the real-life Dragonfly Jones and the AI Dragonfly Jones as to who is the better tweeter. So I'm very excited.
Beat the fuck out the motherfucking AI.
We need you, bro. It's a cold game out here. It's ugly.
Shit gonna be like in Terminator 2, where we all thought Arnold was washed because, you had the liquid motherfucking, Terminator and shit. Hell nah. Arnold beat his ass, and that's exactly what y'all gonna see here, too.
Love the confidence.
That's Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler.
Hey, everybody, have a good.
The Jethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John.
What's Aunt Bubba's?
I'm Gardy B, a.k.a. Mike.
Motherfucking
Mike.
Kosumiko. I'll keep fucking that up, bro. I get it wrong every time. Kosumiko, whatever.
We're produced, as always, by the lovely and talented.
You have, turned that shit into Spanish. Costa Miko is like... This Miko thing, right?
Say
like that's
Miko,
what that means.
What is it then? Tell me what it is then.
It's Kuso Maiku. K-U-S-O-M-A-I-K.
Kuso Maiku.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. That's the lovely and talented Jackson Teff on production.
Oh, what's up?
And a special shout out now that we're the holidays are over. We're back on track. We're coming to you on our regular 3 times a week schedule. We have to give a special shout out to Jackson's dad, who we found out over the break is a regular listener of Jenkins and Jonez. What's up, Jackson?
What's good,
dad?
my nigga?
He also wanted me to tell you, Mike, that because of your recommendation, he bought the Reformatory.
Okay, for sure.
Finished it, loved it.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
I'm gonna just move past what John's talking about. So.
Are you? Are we gonna allow you to move past that?
That's love,
man. That's love, bro.
I really want to move the Noah K segment up, but before we do that, let's
go ahead and intro that, Mike. Let's go ahead, man. Let's see how this goes.
Before we do that, I want to hear about it's Sunday. Everyone's coming back from the holidays, like I said when we were recording, and I know Tyler just got back from watching some AAU and wanted to and had a story, so I need to hear this.
Yeah, man. Every Sunday is like AAU day for my little cousin, right? He's a senior in high school. He is the son of my cousin who I graduated high school with, which makes me feel old as fuck knowing that he's about to graduate now too, right? But yeah, my dude right there. But dog, I was there for his game today, and the funniest shit happened. There was a ref who was just blowing calls, just not doing a good job. And I'm not someone who gets mad at AAU refs, right? I know, because it's like, bro, no one really gives a fuck about the outcome of the games. You're just there to get your shit off if you're a hooper, right? No one cares who won. You're there to hoop, get buckets. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, unless it's a tournament or whatever, and this wasn't that, right?
I love the preamble.
Yeah.
I'm not normally one who. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Listen. I didn't even get on his ass, but he was making some real shitty calls today, right? And there was a point where one of the players on my cousin's team got fouled. It was quiet. He was at the line and shit. And the coach of my cousin's team, hopped out on the court and shit, right? And he was just like, telling the team what to do, when they get back on defense or whatever, right? And the ref said to him, "I'm not going to tell you again. You need to stay off the court." This coach just sat with that shit for a second. It was quiet as hell. Like I said, you know how quiet it gets during free throws, right?
Yeah.
So it was quiet as hell. The ref sat. The coach sat with that for a second, and like I said, this is a ref who has been fucking it up all game. So the parents know it. The coaches have been getting on him, right? This is a coach who's been just doing a real shitty job. So he tells he tells this coach, I'm not going to tell you again, you need to stay off the court. That coach sat with that for a second. Jim quiet as hell. He replies back like 5 seconds later and says, you need to stay off the court. The whole fucking gym went wild. The whole fucking gym went crazy, dog. He got teched up, and then he was like, hey, I knew it was coming. It's worth it. Dog, we were dying in there. It was the funniest fucking shit.
I got two good ref stories for you. First of all, I sent you all the video. This just happened in Southern California on Saturday night. J. Sarah Mater Dei game, Trinity League game, 2 teams playing for an open division spot in California, 2 very high-level high school basketball teams. And the J. Sarah coach was so mad about a non-call on a Mater Dei defender that he threw his shoe onto the court and then stomped out to yell at the ref, was waving his arms like Big Bird, and then after the ref ejected him, took his other shoe off and spiked it on the court in front of the ref.
It's so hot in the club that I ain't got no shoes on. Yeah, I ain't never seen a motherfucker just take their shoes off in anger and discard them. Like, what type of shit is that? That shit feels like something that is like a custom in like Albania or something. Like if someone takes their shoe off and throws it at you, you have disgraced their family or something with what you just said, right? Like that felt like a custom from like 19th century Eastern Europe that we saw in that clip, dog.
It's whatever country baptizes their babies like they're frying chicken. You know what I mean? The ones
the mother with dips holding them by the ankles and shit. Be fucking them kids up in the name of Jesus.
If the priest doesn't fry your baby right to baptize it, you're spiking your shoes right in front of
double batter that there, baby. You want to get in them pearly gates.
My other high school, my other official story that I have to tell y'all, just because it's a reference I use all the time, and I'll be very happy to introduce you guys to this reference, is there was a coach at Poly before T-Shell, who you guys know. His name was Sharif Matoyer. His nickname is Doc, and he is he's Jordan Bell's OG. He's a real solid dude in Long Beach, and like just a dude who like, I thought he hated me the first year or 2 that I was covering him because he just looks like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he was like, I was the homie, and I just thought he hated me because that's how he looks. So he was coaching a game in the summer. This was one of the years Poly had State Player of the Year. They're really good. He was coaching a game in the summer and said something to the ref about that's some bullshit or whatever. And the ref teed him up. And like before the ref even turned to the scorer's table, he just yelled, "You think I give a fuck about a tech in the summer?" And my boy Tyler and I, we've been using that for like 10 years. Like, he's more carefree than a summertime tech.
And the thing is, my cousin's coach is like, he's like a college kid, right? Like he's always coaching like VCU fucking hoodies and shit, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like 22, 23 maybe. And this ref was like 60. Like, bro, don't ever get in a battle of the wits with someone 40 years your junior. You're not gonna win that, dog. Like,
who's dressed more casually than you?
Yeah, who doesn't give a fuck about this in the way that you do?
Do you think he teched him for the reaction or what he said? Because what he said wasn't that bad. It had to be the reaction. Did the tech come immediately?
It was
or did he
heater,
see
bro.
every?
It was. We all knew we witnessed like a moment just like that time. You need to stay off the court. He told a ref to stay off the court. Like, bro, like, dog, yeah. That shit was hilarious.
I feel like seeing everybody like celebrate that moment probably was what
yeah.
You know what I mean? More than what he said probably really hurt his ass. But let me get my addendum off, man, before we get into the pod.
Hit your addendum,
man.
and then
don't fuck my marriage up. Rather want me to make a note of something. You know what I'm saying? Remember the statement I made about? She's like, I heard that pod about Kelly Rowland, my nigga. She ain't say my nigga, but anyway. But she said, I heard that. You know what I'm saying? She wanted me to let y'all know this is her winter color. She's brown skin in the summer. You remember when Tyler said, when I sent the picture of her in the summer, Tyler said, damn, she Indian as fuck. She wanted to let people know. She wanted people to know.
Hey,
it's different. It's just winter right now. Is she light skinned? You feel me?
Radha and Shar, and many women and men go through this. It's like some people have very variable skin tones. When it's the middle of winter, Shar is light as fuck, and when it's July, she looks like a complete because she's multiracial. She looks like a different blend of her own ethnicities based on what month it is.
Right. I remember. I think we was at where we was at Tulum or something. I sent that pic to the group chat. Tyler said, "Damn, she look Indian as fuck." I showed her immediately. I'm like, look at what this nigga saying about you in the group chat. You as fuck right now, dog. That is hilarious.
Damn, you like a motherfucker right now, dog.
He was like, damn, you really you. I ain't know you was you, my nigga.
I didn't know you was
But you like a motherfucker.
You like a motherfucker.
All right,
man.
we're 13.
Thank you. Let me get that off, man.
For sure,
We
no,
good.
for-
We back on
Hey,
in our good graces. You hear me?
I flagged that for you as you were saying.
No. She actually did say, you made me sound like, I don't know, people might think I'm white. I'm like, nigga,
I
come on,
raised
man.
my eyebrows
You
because
know
the way
what we
you
refer
phrased
to?
it made it sound like she was white.
Yeah, you was on your Hubert Davis for a second.
No. If you listen to this podcast, brother.
Raising a half white baby named Somi.
I'm proud of my white wife.
I don't understand that. Tyler, don't you do this to me. You already called me Republican, nigga. We ain't going this far. This is why I joined the motherfucking line, nigga. You feel me? Okay. My mama gonna ask you for an apology next, nigga.
Yeah. You're going to end up doing the notes app apology I had to give to John's mom. You better be careful, bro.
She gonna be like, bro, not my son.
What is I'm hearing about you being they calling you a Republican? Like, mama was not with it.
She was like, we don't play that. Oh, shit. She ain't like that shit, nigga. She called me about that. She picked up the phone, FaceTime.
Hey, so what's this I heard?
All right, let's move on.
All right. Turning the page.
One last thing.
Hubert Davis, though. That's evil, nigga. That's evil.
One last thing since we're talking about our elders and shit, right? Like me and Summer were talking, and she told me her grandma had a name like her grandma's middle name was Mildred, right? And I was like, Mildred. I feel like that's like. And she was she was at her mama's house and her grandma was there, right? I don't know how the fuck we got on this subject. I was like, yo, Mildred, I fuck with Mildred. I was like, that's like a good name for like a female bulldog. And she had me on speaker and shit.
Nigga.
No. She had me on speaker
Tyler.
and shit. She had me on speaker. No, but here's the funny shit. Someone's girl was like, what the boy say? I got a name like a bulldog. It was the funniest shit.
She was for the shoot, nigga. You say all black woman got a name like a bulldog, nigga. Bro, she gonna pull out a 5-shoot on your ass. Put something hot on you, nigga.
What the boy say? I got a name like a bulldog.
How did she fix that? How did she fix that?
Me and her grandma are fucking best fucking friends. She knew I have been caught in worse. I told you, I've been caught in worse speakerphone situations with white people.
Man, we need more. No, let me.
I told you.
Elaborate, my friend.
It's a running joke. It's a running joke I have with my wife about how I want to holler at her mama, right? It's something. It's a joke that there's no base there. I'm not going to pursue it, mom. I'm not.
Of course,
Tyler. You don't have to explain that. We all, yeah.
And there was one day.
Just to be sure to know, I don't want to smack her mom. We know you don't want to crack her mom, dog.
Right?
You're a white guy.
I just want to be clear on that because there was one weekend where she was out with her mom, right? And the whole thing is my wife rarely picks up the phone when she's driving, right? I called her, she picked up. I called her, she picked up, and I knew she was out shopping with her mama, right? And I was like, hey, what's up? What you got going on? She's like, nothing, just out with my mama. And I thought she was like, if she picked up, I thought she was in a store with her, right? And I didn't think, and she was like, You know, I didn't think that I would be on
You asked
speaker.
what she got on?
You did.
What she wear?
You
What
did
she
tell
got? You
us
ain't tell me
yes,
this. You ain't tell me this. But that's the question you supposed to ask.
And that's oh, you with your mom? What she got on right now? She wearing that thing
What
I
she
like.
wearing?
And she was like, I'm driving right now. You're on speaker.
Bro, but low key, I bet you, her mama probably appreciated it. That's a hell of a compliment. Hell of a compliment.
Man. It's
You know what I'm
jokes. It's all jokes. So.
It's all jokes, and it's real love, and also it's nice to be known by your loved one's family as a funny person. Because if
Right.
you weren't known by them as a funny person, you might have been in trouble 10 times on those 2 instances.
What he said? I got a name like a bulldog.
What the boy said? I got a name like a bulldog.
You called her Grandma Bulldog, bro.
That's crazy.
Tell me Mildred ain't a fine name for a bulldog, though.
Great
It
name.
is.
It's a
It is
great name for a
11
bulldog.
out of 10 name for a bulldog. The situation is just crazy, dog. Damn. I think Mildred now is better for a bulldog than a human. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
Big facts.
You know what I mean?
How are you naming someone who was graduating in 2034 Mildred? Like, you know.
Bruh, arrest that person. But
Yeah,
if it's a
2044
bulldog,
or some shit.
you know,
Yeah.
right.
Is Millie Bobby Brown a Mildred?
Ooh, that's a good question. Is she?
It's got to
We
be
gotta
short
find that out.
for. It's
You
got to
gotta
be.
find that out. It can't be
Speaking
short
of
for
speaking of
Mildred.
discovering names, like I just found out D'Amico Ryan's first name is Mufasa. Like this motherfucker was destined for this shit, dog. Like that.
Wait. Okay. What happened? What is
D'Amico is
D'Amico-
his middle name.
Yeah, D'Amico
Wow.
Ryan's head coach of the Houston Texans, took him to the playoffs first year. Got C.J. Stroud looking like a top 5 quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's first name is Mufasa. That blew me away. I was like, bro, he was born for this.
I wonder how many Mufasas there are out here, bro. Because of the Lion King, it should seem like there should have been
I know.
more.
I
He
know.
might be the only one.
I know.
D'Amico got to be
Mufasa.
about late 30s, though. I think he was before the Lion King phase.
Mid to late 30s. Because if he's in mid, okay.
Yeah, he would be like 25 if he was born in like
Really? I felt like
97,
I was younger
98.
when Lion King came out.
Lion King came out like 93,
94?
93,
I remember I
94.
saw it in
Right?
St. Louis in like 4th
So if
grade.
you're 30
Wow.
or under, you're after the movie for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
How old is D'Amico Ryan? Do we have the info?
He is 39.
39. Oh, yeah, he is. No,
Oh,
that was.
no.
He's
And
a trailblazer.
And Millie Bobby Brown's name is actually Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh, okay, that's
okay.
cool.
Yeah. So
I love
so,
people whose names are nicknames. Like it's like
Yeah.
there's nothing there. Like Larry Joe Bird. He's not Lawrence Joseph Bird. He's Larry Joe Bird. I love that about the motherfuckers who just name their kids nicknames, dog.
Yeah. Yeah. God damn. All right.
That's
I know.
a pot over.
17
I
minutes
think
in, by the way.
Yeah, but
That's a whole pod. I looked at him like,
Yeah, we start the pod? Okay.
We ain't even got
Topic
started
number
yet.
1, 17 minutes in. Okay. Here we go. Did y'all see? I know, Tyler, I know you saw this on Twitter. John, I'm catching you up on it right now. The Falcons lost today to the Saints 48-17. The Saints scored a very late touchdown that led Falcons head coach Arthur Smith to run out to midfield to yell at the Saints head coach for scoring a garbage time touchdown. He's yelling on mic, "That's fucking bullshit," etc., etc., etc. And his assistant coaches are walking by calling him, saying it's
Bitch ass
bullshit.
motherfuckers.
That's what.
An assistant
when you were
coach walked
saying
by
it,
and
I
called
was-
him a bitch ass motherfucker.
You said that. I was thinking, yes, pussy, bro. You a grown man. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. Go ahead.
But it came out later that apparently the call actually went in to kneel the ball out, and I love this. The Saints players just decided they were going to score another touchdown, which is, I don't know why, that's like even funnier to me than the coach deciding to run it up. The players are like, you only live once, you know.
Listen, bro, their most hated division rival. You got a chance to kick them down while they're down in the worst, but you're on the fucking one. And Jameis fucking Winston, one of the greatest minds of the modern era, made a great point. Okay, we had a pick that got ran back to the one. Would it have been disrespectful if he, scored instead against stopped at the one? Like, he made the point there. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yep.
But yeah, I love Jameis's post game in that motherfucking locker room, bro. I saw that shit and I was like, I cannot wait till this dude. I'm not rushing anything, but when he retires and goes in the booth, he is going to be phenomenal.
You think he has a career, a future in the booth?
And
Yes.
he in a
Okay.
Charles Barkley way.
Yes.
Okay.
He is going to be
Yeah.
that type of guy. He is going to be so fucking unintentionally hilarious. And I am so looking forward to it. Like there was a point where he said, the score is 42-17. How much worse could it have got? And I was like, God damn. I was like, he put like 3 extra T's on it in the got. And it was just like art to me in that moment. But yeah, I am very much looking forward to Jameis's career in the booth. You know what I'm saying?
Jameis could make the first NFL table that I actually want to watch since I don't know. I guess I used to like the film cut up show that ESPN had. I would watch that. I used to watch Susie Colbert on Monday Night Football or whatever, but like the NFL tables are horrible. They're all horrible. Like there's not one of them that you enjoy watching. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, Jameis is a football genius. Like people have said, you get him in a film room, he's Peyton Manning Jr. You know what I'm saying, right? So so I'm very much looking forward to the unintentional hilariousness and of course the fucking super football mind that he has.
I just listened to an interview with Jimbo Fisher, and he was talking. He said Jameis is the smartest football player he ever coached. That he's the only quarterback who the moment the film was available, he would like 2 hours later hear from Jameis like, this is what I like on 3rd and short. This is what I like on second. Like he just was paying that much attention in games. He'd be like, notice what the safety's doing right here. He said it was the closest thing to having a coach at quarterback that he ever experienced as a coach. And he's naturally jokes as fuck. So yeah, I mean, he's got we need him on a table. Okay, we will have our NFL playoff preview. We're going to record it later this week with the Gridiron Gals. That will be up early Saturday morning. Get you ready for the Saturday games. I'm still not used to this super wild card shit, bro. 6 playoff games this weekend is too many, but I'll be excited for now me and Rita are going to have to talk because I think it's going to be a Niners-Ravens Super Bowl, bro. We got the 2 1-seeds in that interview, so that'll be a good conversation. I can't really say shit to her because they dog walked us on fucking Christmas, but still. Anyway, did you guys see the signs of the dam cracking with Darvin Ham? Did you hear his quote about Laker fans need to not care so much about every game and understand that it's a marathon?
Yeah, listen, bro. When I saw that dude say, I was 16 being a pallbearer for my 16-year-old best friend, this is nothing. I was like, this might not be good for anyone anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like once you go that route where you're just leaning on how you work through trauma to tell people that you're, built for everything that's coming your way, it's like, okay, you might be, but this might not be the situation for you anymore, dude. Like, I just don't know where the Lakers are at. Ham is obviously not the guy for the job, right? That's apparent. But I don't know who you bring in. I don't know if maybe there's someone on that bench, an assistant who can, kind of see what Ham wasn't seeing. But it's just not a good situation for anybody over there right now.
Bring in Ty Lue. I don't give a fuck.
He got them Clippers hooping.
I don't give a fuck.
And we was clowning, bro. He figured it out. He cracked the code.
And they done won 17 out of the last 19 or something ridiculous shit like that.
Crazy.
I feel like as we're recording, the Lakers are up 3 with 5 minutes left. If we win the game, we get Ty Lue.
Tell him to pack his shit and move fucking 300 feet over to the other side.
To the bigger office.
Yeah, to the bigger fucking office.
Yeah, man. I love Darvin Ham's story. It's a great off-season story, like coaches' backgrounds and their life perspective and stuff. That's a great off-season story for this is the right dude to be leading the team. When you are the coach of, with all due respect to the 25 teams in the league that are not the premier, you have fans at road games franchises. You are the coach of the Lakers. Yes, these motherfuckers care about everything. They booed Kobe. They don't care. They want to win every game. You can't lose 6 games out of 7 and then be like, fans care too much. You're not being compensated to be the coach of the Hornets. You are the coach of the Lakers. And I get real Republican round ball about that shit. Like y'all getting paid the same every game. The fans give a huge fuck, bro. These are the Lakers. They have 50 million fans. It's not that mid-tier between a premier NBA franchise and college basketball. It is you are at the top of the top. It's great that you're there, but what comes with that with having Braun and AD on the team is that everyone is watching and talking about you all the fucking time. And if you don't like that, it's what Tyler said. Like, that's not the job for you then, bro, because people do live and die with every single one of those games. And I might not even disagree that it's to an unhealthy extent, but you can't say you're not aware of that when you took the job as the Lakers head coach. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are you saying right now?
Yeah, I am. Go ahead, John.
No, I was just saying, I believe even if you're the coach of Charlotte, you don't say that. It's not your place to say that shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, to a degree, I agree with the statement. It's not supposed to come from you, bro. And like you said, when you took that job, you knew what time it was. So, I mean, we knew it was time for him to, probably shake. Now we for sure know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a statement for LeJethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John, to make. Not for Darvin Ham
to
y'all
make
after a loss.
I wouldn't even make that on Twitter. Like, y'all care too much. Nigga, it ain't my business, nigga. You feel me? Like, I don't even, I'm gonna say to y'all, like, we gotta chill out. Let's calm down, guys. It's the middle of the season. You feel me? We caring too much. We stressing ourselves out. You know what I mean? I'm not the head of the Lakers telling fans that's crazy. Ridiculous.
And the whole thing is, bro, you've got 39-year-old Bron there. We don't have time to try to figure this shit out and see what works and all that shit and lose as we learn and get a fucking 9 seed and have to work our way up through the toughest portion of the bracket and shit. It's not time for like the learning experience, shit here. If you have, like I said, you've got 39-year-old Bron and you can't do the whole, we're taking this game by game. Sometimes we're going to lose and that's an experience. You better figure shit out very quickly.
Bro, he said people need to understand it's a marathon. How much further do you expect that man to run, bro?
He's been running for 20 years. He's been running since 2003.
He's ran more than anybody has ever ran before. You know what I mean?
No. And that's the whole thing. You can't say it's a marathon, bro. You have to say, okay, we figured out some shit to maximize how we can keep this guy running at the optimal speed that he can run. Fuck that. It's a marathon shit. No, bro, you need... he's just not the right guy for the job. And I don't know who the fuck is. I don't have answers on that regard, but it ain't him.
Braun. Hire Braun.
Braun, me and Braun. Whatever you want to do, Braun.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me, buddy.
Braun can't be the GM anymore, but he could be the coach. You know what I mean?
As fans, what do y'all expect, though? Do y'all want somebody that maximizes, or do y'all think Braun still got another chip in him? Like, are y'all expecting chip time, Braun? Or y'all expect just the best Braun we can get for the rest of Braun's career?
I'm still leaning on the basketball we saw during that in-season tournament. I know that because like I'm saying, it wasn't an anomaly. Like I said, that was 2020 basketball those Lakers were playing. We have seen
a hard way to win, but that was a hard way to win, and we spoke to that too. It's a hard way to win when it's defense.
I don't even think it's an IST. I think you got 2 of the top 10. Like, whose second best player is better than Braun or AD?
Yeah.
So like, and those windows, especially when one of them is a 7-foot tall player, one of them is 39 years old. You don't know how long that window's open.
And both of them have been injury prone too.
Yes,
like over the last few years. And
it's not a marathon. It's not a marathon. It's like in the next 6 months, you have the hardest thing to get, the top end talent. You got to figure the rest of it out to take a real shot. And if you don't, the 3 of us will be fucking 65 talking to our grandkids about, can you believe they had Braun and AD looking like 2 of the top 6 players, 2 of the top 5 players in the league, and they didn't figure it out? Like, I will be mad about that shit forever, bro.
I mean, I get all of that. I'm just saying, y'all expect, like, I think at the last 3 playoffs, one or both of them has been hurt. Because, Braun's old and AD's AD. And y'all still want a chip? Y'all still thinking chip? Y'all still thinking chip?
Yes.
Wow, bro.
Okay,
I'm not thinking it. I'm not thinking it. I'm saying, no.
Braun degenerates.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but
right.
Listen, if you have that duo, you absolutely are a championship team with the right pieces and the right coaching.
Yeah. No. I'm not saying I'm expecting it. It's what Tyler said. I'm saying it's inexcusable to not actually go as hard as you can for it, given what you have right now.
So what do you guys think happens first? A trade or Darvin Ham gets fired?
Both.
Which happens first? Both are going to happen, I think. But
I think a trade happens before Darvin Ham gets fired.
Yeah, you gotta bring a coach in who knows exactly what he's working with. I figure. I figure that, right? Like you
think-
owe your new coach that. You owe your new coach knowing the ingredients he has to fucking, cook with.
I think they fucked up when they got rid of Frank Vogel, bro.
I completely agree with
I
you.
think-
I
I
was
think-
a
I think
big
what
Frank
the-
Vogel fan.
The issue was getting them bringing Westbrook in, and that's not anti-Westbrook. It just wasn't a good fit, and they blamed it on Frank, and he took the fall, and he wasn't the issue, bro.
He also was not, from my understanding of the situation, including some behind-the-scenes shit. He was not politically. He did not have the political stomach for handling that situation in a way that would have preserved his job. He was just like, "Fuck this." That's the dude who wanted to get Russ, not me. I'm not gonna baby Russ's feelings, and like he just couldn't, like, and I understand that because he's coming off a championship. Like,
you feel me? Yeah.
So I get that, but I to me, and I always say this when people ask like, what do you value in a coach? Every game and every series that Vogel was coaching, I felt like the Lakers had a better matchup against the opponent as the season went on, or as the series went on.
And he
Like,
knew what he
They
wasn't
play the
good
Blazers. Yes, they play the Blazers. Dame goes off in the first game. They turn the water off. Right, like it was every series felt like that. That adjustments were being made that had that shut down the best scorer on the other team.
And he knew what he wasn't good at, and he got assistance, and his ego didn't prevent him from getting good assistance to help him in the places where he needed help. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I've always felt like that, but I turned into a white. I've always felt like that. I turned into a Karen right quick.
They could have had Ty Lue.
They could have
had Ty motherfucking Lue.
They could have had Ty Lue, but they only offered him 3 years instead of the standard 5-year contract.
But I think that comes back to Bron because they've
done it to themselves, guys.
They put Ty Lue on the Bron timeline there, right? So, I mean, you reap what you sow at times, and I feel like that snub right there is kind of on Bron, but
and I also feel like people thought Ty Lue won that ship because of Bron, not Ty Lue, and I understand that, but also Ty Lue was proven to be solid. We saw what was going on before Ty Lue came there. When they had old boy in that motherfucking in the Cavs, they looked nothing like that.
Yeah.
You can't say there wasn't a notable difference when Ty Lue was a coach.
Who was homie they had who's in Europe now? I forget his fucking name.
Europe nigga. We don't need to
The
know his
Europe
name.
nigga. Okay.
The Europe
David
nigga.
Blatt.
You feel
David
me?
Blatt, that's it. But yeah, they I remember reading like a verbal I remember reading like a verbal history on the whole Ty Lue becoming the head coach thing there. And they said there was a moment in the film room, and this happened all the time, they said, right? Where Bron had fucked up and David Blatt just kind of glazed over. And Tyler was like, no, rewind that. And he got on Bron's ass in front of everybody.
Right,
and
yes.
He said, and then they said that was when like players knew that Ty Lue was somebody who was going to hold people accountable. And that's what you got to do, bro. Superstar or not, you got to hold motherfuckers accountable. You can't be ridiculous with it because that'll get your ass fired. But you at least have to show people that you are willing to get on your star. That you are willing to get on your star player's ass too if need be.
Right. All right. There's no.
Is it Knigga time?
Yeah.
Is it Knigga time?
Okay.
Let's see how you do it. I want to see. Come on, man.
Okay.
I want to see you maneuver this, man. You really good at this shit. I'm trying to see.
I'm trying to back a semi truck into the alley here.
I love watching that too, bro.
With no,
I'll be like, let's see how this man make this shake, bro. That's crazy.
No camera assistance. All right, it's been a huge 2024 has been a huge year for N-word variants. Okay,
got the naysayers.
We had naysayers on the first of the year, and then suddenly comes along.
That's where we go with naysayer.
Suddenly comes along a football recruit by the name of Noah
Naysayer.
Noah Naysayer.
His name is Noah K.
Noah Knigga.
That's how it's pronounced. That's how it's pronounced.
Listen,
and
bro.
John told me just do it with a hard K, and I said, you want me to say "cuh" and that word?
I said
in these Long Beach streets.
Hard I. I thought Knigga. I thought it may be Knigga.
Listen,
but it's not. You know what I mean?
That's my whole thing. We have never seen a last name like this ever before. We have no frame of reference here, right? They could tell us it's pronounced any fucking way they want it to be, right? Why did they not say like Knigga or Knigga? You know what I'm saying? Why was it Knigga? Like I feel like y'all had
to get that issue.
Dog, I just
if as a black person, if that was my last name, it'd be Knigga. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would be Knigga. But as a white person who probably won't get their issue off, yeah, they found a loophole.
I need the fucking origins for this.
They
What
found a
country is this
loophole.
from?
They got
Is
us,
this some,
guys.
like in
They got
Norwegian
us.
shit or something like.
Right, because like Gardabasio.
I know a Knapp. Yeah,
I know
Jenny
a Knapp. A Knappel. We know a Knappel as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
I went to school. I went to high school with a Napsy, and everybody called him Nappy. He was not black, as you can deduce, Napstein. But yeah,
I mean, because traditionally last names came from occupations, right? Like Gardabasio is like in Italian back.
I got my name because motherfuckers was cold as hell with laying towels. You feel me? So I know all about that. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was the slave master's last name, brother.
Yeah, it is, but that's what they did. They were good at laying tiles and shit.
Okay. Wait, the white people that gave your ancestors the last name, or your people was gonna lay in tiles?
No, we weren't laying tiles.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, nigga, we ain't got nothing to do with them tile laying, nigga. You feel me?
Tile laying niggas.
We wasn't laying shit, nigga. We was getting laid out, motherfucker. That's what they was doing to us. We was the tiles, Tyler. What the fuck? Nigga said, nigga, that, I'm sorry.
Jackson, what does saffron mean?
So, is it like Sophronia? Is it a variant of that? It is? Really?
No. It was a name that was changed when my ancestors came to America. It used to be Safonowitz, which was much more Jewish than Saffon. But the cool part about that is because of that, my family is the only Saffons that exist.
Really? So that's so fucking cool that if you see someone with your last name, you know y'all related.
I have that too. I have that too. It's only one branch of Gardabasio's in.
Really?
So every Gardabasio that's in Italy is a relative of mine that just didn't come over on the boat. Yep.
Wow.
And Gardabasio, it was like it meant like the one who watches over or something. It was like
you were a guard. Okay, I see it.
I think it was a guard or an enforcer or a cop. You could figure out.
That's why you big as
hell.
That makes sense.
Hold up. So your name. I see it. Your name is a Garda who will beat your ass. Garda Bassi. You feel me?
You gotta beat that ass. Yeah.
Garda beat that ass. That's cool. Black people unfortunately do not have that privilege because our last names came from people who owned us. And everyone on the plantation was not related, my brother. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yes.
Wait, so it's crazy because your last name is so Italian to me, but also it's like you're the only person. I would think it would. I thought Gardabasio was like Smith. That's what it just. No.
No, and then I similarly like there's sort of a wall in my Char's really into genealogy. I don't know if you all know that. She has like for her people, for the black side of her family, she's gone and done like all this crazy research into trying to trace her stuff back into slavery. Even, you know what I mean? Obviously, for genealogical research, that is like basically impossible, but she's really been that focused on it. You know what I mean? But similarly for me, it's like my great-great-grandfather like wandered out of the caves, like wandered out of some caves in southern Italy. So like they don't know whose kid he actually is, you know, like, so if you're actually looking to do research into the family, it just stops right there. Cause it's like, well, no one actually knows where this kid came from. He just got taken in. You know what I mean? Like he was an orphan wandering out of the hills in southern Italy, bro. Like, I don't know.
Who co-wrote the autobiography of Malcolm X? Alex Haley. Didn't he find
Roots,
his?
Yeah.
But in Roots, he went and found his roots in Africa, right? Like the people that were directly connected to the slaves that were brought over.
Yeah.
I mean, that was two generations ago?
Pretty
a
much,
generation or two? Yeah. So yeah. I wonder what path he took to that, bro. That's crazy. But anyway.
Shout out to Noah K. All right.
He did that shit with fucking 1970s technology. Like, bro,
they didn't even have
you were in there
Google,
you were in those libraries microfishing. You know what I'm saying?
He was hand to hand talking to people. Like, bro, you know what I mean? He had to go knock on people's doors. You feel that's crazy.
Did y'all when y'all first got the internet, did you Google your names?
Yes.
Or not Google. What we were Netscaping or Alta
there is another me.
Yahoo your name?
Yeah.
There's another me who has written like 100 fucking sci-fi horror movie books, and there's another me who played baseball at UNC, and I like just randomly kind of check up on them, see how they're doing.
If you look up John Nichols, bro, I'm like
there's
the
1,000
page, and I'm the second black dude that pops up, bro. You feel me? Yeah.
The first time I Googled Gardabasio, it was a crooked cop in Italy who'd been arrested for working for the mob.
He didn't do his guard duties.
Yeah.
He signed up for the job.
He was on the take from the mob. This was like 1996 or whatever.
So he might have been guarding the mob then.
He might.
Yeah. He was just another side with
family name, bro.
Right. But I was like, okay, that's the internet. This is the extent of what the internet will be in our lifetimes. Not, I'll send my DNA off to someone and then they'll look for hidden cousins that I have or, whatever the fuck. All right.
Do y'all look up old friends that you had in like elementary school and see how they doing sometimes?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I found out.
I tend to do that, yeah.
I found a middle school yearbook like last summer and I was just like checking out all the homies like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I found out my elementary school friend, Josh Malmuth, who moved away from Long Beach to San Diego when we were in elementary school, was the head writer for New Girl, a TV show that I watched and greatly enjoyed.
That's cool as fuck.
And I was like, good for Josh. Because when we were kids, if your friend moved away, they just stopped existing.
Right.
Yeah.
These youngsters have it so good. Y'all got
shit.
social media and text messaging
Right.
and that face and that book face and that Instagram and that Twitter.
Vinny's got a group chat. Vinny's in 5th grade. He and his friends have a group chat with their friend who moved schools between 4th and 5th grade. So he still gets to talk to his friends and they get to it. But yeah, I mean, you weren't writing a letter in 4th grade or some shit.
I tried to a couple times.
Did you?
It lasted like they would write me, I would write back, they would write me, and I just wouldn't write back. Like it would
One of my cousins found his college roommate and one of his best friends to this day off Twitter because he was like accepted to Virginia State and he would just hashtag like Virginia State 2016 and that's where he found him and they fucking develop rapport and shit. And they were roommates and best friends to this day, bro. Like we didn't have that shit in our day.
Nah. We really would go to college not knowing nobody. Bro.
Not knowing no fucking body.
Nobody. Like walk into freshman orientation, not knowing a soul in there. And then there might be like somebody that went to your school in that month, but it wasn't anybody you really fuck with.
It was like I don't even know if I want you to be a part of my new chapter.
Right.
Like you were cool. You were cool for part 1. We're on part 2 now.
I knew of you, but I ain't know you, nigga. We ain't gonna start now. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shar and I had 2 very different experiences with that. She roomed with her best friend from high school at UCLA, and she had a bunch of people give her that advice, like, you guys should go start fresh. And they were both like, are you out of your fucking mind? Like, I'm going to a new city, a new school. Like, I would like to have a friend. Like, I'm going to allow myself the safety net of one friend.
Yeah.
Whereas I went from Poly to Long Beach State with literally, so there was 150 people in the magnet I was in at Poly. 135 of them went to Long Beach State.
Wow.
So like, and I think of our graduating class of 1,200, I think 300 kids went to Long Beach State or something. So we literally just referred to college as 13th grade. It was like, you know what I mean? It was like, here we all
see you next year. Graduate,
yeah,
see you next year.
What I mean?
You know what I mean?
And it did kind of have that, like, this isn't like what people, we were also only paying $800 a semester, whatever the fuck, because Long Beach State's cheap as hell. But it was like, this is not the experience that was advertised about college. You just making fun of professors with the same people you've been making fun of teachers with since you were 14 years old, bro. Oh, shit. All right.
Before we move on, I would let we spent a good amount of time slandering Darvin Ham and the Los Angeles Lakers. They did beat the Los Angeles Clippers just now.
Yeah. What was the score?
We shamed them into
106, 103.
Oh. Go
I'd love
Darvin.
to see a fake, the one out of every 15 times that happens when the fake comeback turns into a real comeback. Let's go,
Love it.
Lakers. I love that shit. We shamed them into it. Vinny, we won? You came in here to say we won? By 3? Did Braun have any cool dunks? Okay, Vinny came in here. Vinny's been texting me Braun
bro.
clips.
That's so fucking cool that you and your son have that fucking bond over sports, where he will bust in your room and tell you
during
that
it
the Lakers-
while you're working.
Right.
That's
Look at-
fire.
look
I
at-
love that.
But you've given him the space to do that too, which is beautiful as well. Like
He
I would
knows-
have been scared as hell as a kid to
Listen.
do shit like that.
Bro, I don't even like shit like that. Is like he doesn't even. Yeah, he's a Lakers fan, but he knows how much the Lakers mean to you both that he had to share
Yep.
that with you. You know what I mean? That's the beautiful shit right there.
Yeah, he's not supposed to be in here right now, though.
No, he needed to tell you that, bro. He
What?
needed to tell you. The Lakers season is in disarray.
Good night, buddy. Good night, Vinny. Vinny
He was
says
talking
good night.
shit about Darvin. He had to let you know what time it was, man.
The ham is not fired yet.
Right. It ain't over.
That
It ain't
ham is
cooked
still in the
yet.
fridge.
The ham is still curing.
that ham is still brining, baby. It ain't on the grill yet.
I got to tell Vinny. I got Jackson to tell me results. All right.
Jackson beat your ass.
Jackson doesn't care about our father-son bond at all, Vinny.
You will never be faster than the internet. I hope you know that.
By the time you walked from the living room to the office, 3 people already told me. We already got a take and a half off about that shit.
Oh, shit.
And the one step you take getting off the couch, that news has circulated the globe 18 times already. You will never be faster than the internet. I love our late night recordings. The energy is so different, dog.
It's
Yeah,
different,
man.
bro.
It's hella fun.
All right. Speaking of, actually, that's a perfect transition. The Volume had a hit on its hands last week with the Shannon Sharpe, Katt Williams interview,
Jeez.
which I think actually someone tweeted was the most watched interview that has basically been put on the internet. It was like 60 million views,
I
like
believe it.
immediately or something. I mean, it was like doing broadcast TV numbers from when there was nothing to do but watch TV or read. You know what I mean? So I just open-ended. I don't have any like prompts or anything. I'm just curious I know you guys both listened to it, watched it. I'm curious for your guys' thoughts on the interview.
I feel like, kind of leaning on like a rap analogy, how we kind of differentiate between albums and like mixtapes, right? And we will say like, this artist was incredible on mixtapes. That was their shit. And, the albums are cool, but man, the mixtape shit was their lane. I feel like this was the greatest. I feel like you could say interviews are comedy mixtapes, and I feel like this is the greatest comedy mixtape ever. You feel me? I feel like that's where Katt Williams is at with this. I feel like it was an instant classic in the first fucking 10 minutes when you saw those quotes on when he was calling people out by name, going back to the history they had and still making it funny and still keeping it insightful, which is what Katt does. And like I said, it was an instant classic. And like I said, I feel like if this is like the greatest comedy interview ever, at least in the new age, in the new YouTube social media age, for sure. You know what I mean?
And most of what he said has been backed up. People have been like showing receipts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and keep it a bean, we said that. I texted, I was like, I believe everything. And entirely, you said everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the way he was talking, also, like, Katt takes this, and comedians in general, like good comedians, a good comedian, nobody takes their job more serious than a good comedian. You see a brain surgeon, you know what I'm saying, that is saving lives, and they don't take their job more serious than what a good comedian does. You know what I mean? It's extremely important what they do. Their IP is everything to them, and if you playing with that, they do not fuck with you. And the people that is solid like that, he showed love. He talked about the real ones, and he called out the ones he thought was on some bullshit. And actually, y'all remember I played golf with Katt. Katt pulled up with a cigarette in his mouth, a do-rag on, and this is a private course that costs $250,000 just to pay the buy-in, to pay like $4,000 a month on top of that to play there. Like, he pulled up his whole self. You feel what I'm saying?
You
Crazy.
got that, John?
Nick. We just talked about this 2 pods ago, bro. I don't even wear the rollie because I don't want to lie to nobody. Really. Ain't no way, dog. But no.
You invited Katt. Katt was your guest.
Nah, somebody invited me who has way more money than I do, and said Katt was gonna be there. And Katt pulled up being Katt. You know what I mean? But like he talked about why he loved golf is because you can't be a scoundrel. And like you like if you're a scoundrel playing, that's the word he used. It's the word he used.
Of course it is. That's such a good quote.
I would not come up with that word. That's a Katt Williams word. He was like, you can be a scoundrel, but it doesn't benefit you at all. You know what I mean? Like, so like, yeah, but like I believe everything, bro. And I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it's cool to see that what he said. People were like arguing over it. There's been receipts. They're showing like what he said. And then they're showing it compared to certain things like the said and Steve Harvey did and all that shit back to back. Bro, I mean.
Yeah.
So we can say it was funny, but we can't call him a liar. You know what I mean? We can say he riled some niggas up, but we can't say he lied about it.
There's no doubt he did that. I've never seen off a podcast interview how many people filmed staring at their camera like responses to the interview. I mean, it was like, yeah.
I sent 4 clips. I sent 4 clips over. I've never sent 4 clips over of anything. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like
you don't send us 4 clips of your daughter that we actually like. That's what we want you to do.
I'm like,
it takes you 2 months to do that.
Right,
yeah.
right. I'm like, look at this. Yeah. Oh, look at this too, and this. Like, it was a hell of an interview. And what's crazy is Shannon didn't have to do a bunch. Katt came, did his research, and was ready to. You know what I'm saying?
Katt came to vent and get some shit off his chest. He was not there to necessarily, have a conversation and have his thoughts pried into. He came there to say what the fuck he's been wanting to say, right?
Yeah.
Which is why I don't understand the people saying, "Oh, well, what?" No, Shannon did a great job. Sometimes you got to step back and goddamn just pass the ball to motherfucking Klay Thomas when he's, about to have when he's
sometimes
on his fucking 37-point quarter,
Sometimes
right?
got to be Eric Snow. Sometimes got to be AI. It depends on the situation.
Of all of the subjects that Twitter pretends to be experts on, interviewing people is probably the funniest. Right. And I say that like we've interviewed a very wide variety of people on this show. In my day job in a given week, I'm going to talk to 3 or 4 basketball players this week who've never talked to a reporter before and like are very uncomfortable or finding their way in answering questions. The mayor of Long Beach, whatever else, right? It's exactly what Tyler said. You don't go in there like people are saying he should have been more interrogative of Katt Williams. Where, when you're watching that interview, do you think that's the appropriate?
He made it very clear how he feels about everybody. Like how much deeper do you want him to dig on fuck Steve Harvey? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And you have one of the best comedians in the world talking about other comedians. What do you want Shannon to say about them? That Katt can't speak more informed about. Shannon did exactly what he was supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Yes, and like you said, like sometimes you need to step back. He did the exact right thing. I know that there are popular things that suck, but like again, when you put something out that's the most watched version of the thing that you're doing,
you did exactly what you were supposed to do in the situation. Obviously.
Yes. So anyway, I agree with you. But I agree with you both. I was going to ask you about that. I thought Shannon did a great job for sure. He led when he needed to, and he let him run.
And he got out the way when he needed to too.
Because there's so many interviews where you're like, why did you cut them off? And they were digging deeper in that, or you know what I'm saying? And it's like Shannon was not in Katt's way at all. And sometimes the best interview is someone who just is never in the way there and just gives them the microphone and lets them get their shit off their chest. But I think a lot of people were sort of surprised at how introspective Katt was. And I feel like we had this conversation before when a few years ago where the subtext here was Dave Chappelle going on his anti-trans rants, right? Mm-hmm. And we saw a clip of Katt on the Joe Budden.
Yep.
Yeah, we saw a clip of Katt on the Joe Budden podcast talking about how, punching down on people who struggle to defend themselves is like the weakest form of comedy. And so many and we were like in the group chat like, yo, I'm a bit surprised by Katt here. We never thought Katt wasn't intelligent. He's always very smart.
To be that funny,
right?
It's hard to be that funny and not intelligent.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, because comedy, like, if you're good at comedy, you're good at introspection. You're good at seeing shit that other people don't see, right? Yep. You're good at examining shit from a different way. But we were like, yo, we thought Katt was the fuck your feelings type. We didn't know he was this empathetic. You know what I'm saying? And that was like the first moment for me where it was kind of like, yo, I might have had the wrong perception of Katt. I always thought he was hilarious. I always thought he was smart, but I for sure that he was a fuck your feelings type who would have been like, yo, if everybody is fair game. But that's not what he was on that Joe Budden type, on that Joe Budden show. And he wasn't even on some, let's just respect people's feelings. He was like, bro, these jokes are corny. We've heard them so many times before. What are you bringing to the realm of comedy that we haven't heard before by punching down on people? And, like I said, with this Club Shay shit, a lot of people were kind of surprised at how, in tune to his, sympathetic side that Katt was. But like I said, we had this conversation years ago during that moment on the Joe Budden podcast. So I don't think any of us were necessarily blindsided on that aspect.
I mean, we talked about his background and where he came from. He's adopted 7 kids, something like that, maybe 9. I might be underestimating it, but it's the history where he came from and how he grew up and why he's so giving and loving. And so, we definitely weren't surprised, but I think we spoke about that before.
I mean, yeah, like Katt Williams will always be one of the all-time we talk about what ifs in sports. He'll always be one of the all-time what ifs in entertainment or comedy to me. I think he's one of the smartest comedians. I remember he had material on the Iraq War that was like, oh, I didn't know. You know what I mean? I thought you were more. I hadn't tapped into you previously as how insightful you were.
Yes, how insurgents dehumanizes people that we fucking. I
was like, this is Katt Williams, yeah, for sure. So 100%. I wish that I'm glad I was happy for the interview. That's exactly what he should have done, man. Come and fucking put yourself back out there in that way. You know what I mean?
Also, he has a certain respect and love for his craft, and he felt like people were kind of minimizing certain shit and saying things he didn't like, bro. They gonna throw them little light jabs. This I get in a fight, bro. Somebody tap you, I'm gonna punch you as hard. I'm gonna try to knock you the fuck out. Nigga, you already told me you being aggressive. You feel me? I didn't see what time it is. I'm not waiting for you to, go off. No, get your issue, bro. You wanna play? I got something for you. I love it. I love how he moved with that, bro. Yeah. And it seems like he's always been like that. He's always been the type of person that he's not afraid of confrontation. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's talking about I'm much bigger than you thought than I look. I don't know about that, my boy.
Yeah,
but
we have seen a middle schooler put you in a rear naked chokehold, my boy.
Right. But
that video will live forever.
Yeah. Self-confidence, I love that for him.
Yeah. Okay. The time has come for the big competition. John Henry versus the Locomotive. John found a website. It's an AI tweet generator where you can put in a handle of any Twitter account. It will quickly read through everything they've tweeted. And with all due respect to our best friend Tyler, who just sent us the most delicious box of smoked meats imaginable, there are a lot of tweets to read through for the AI. But it reads through all of them and then it generates tweets. So it is quote unquote tweeting it actually, I think, advertises itself as writing Dragonfly Jones tweet. So John and I are going to pop his handle into this AI tweet generator. And then Tyler has selected versus style his 5 tweets that he's going to put up against them. So we'll go first.
You want me to, I don't have it. I'm going to let you.
I got it. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. I don't have it on my computer. I have it on my phone.
I want to hear what the algorithm thinks I sound like.
And then you gotta come back. You gotta come back with it. Okay. Tweet 1. The NBA is rigged. They rigged the finals.
Never been me,
bro.
That ain't me. That is not me at all. The fuck.
That wasn't you in 2009, bro. That wasn't first tweet you came out. What the fuck?
Hit back, Tyler. What's your answer to that tweet from the AI generator?
Okay, so we can keep it on sports, and one of my favorite, this is a tweet that circulates every time around this year for good reason, and it's college football is great because every guy on the field is the best football player to come out of his high school in years, or perhaps ever. But then you get a matchup when one of the guys is a future 9-time Pro Bowler and the other guy is a future litigation attorney, and that's when the magic happens.
All right. Dragonfly Jones 1, Dragonfly Jones 0. after one round. Okay,
Not
here's the
even
next
close.
one. Here's the next one. So the Grizzlies, they
I don't talk like that.
They
Wow.
said they said they're gonna whoop that trick and all that. Well, the
Are we
trick
really
is
scared of
fighting
AI?
back.
Are we-
Shaquille O'Neal. Tyler's offended. Tyler is offended right now. I love it.
Let's have a serious conversation on how much minority representation is needed in tech right now.
That's a goddamn fact, bro.
Let's have a serious conversation on how much we need black people in these boardrooms or on these development teams. Because please read that again. That shit low key felt that is Foghorn Leghorn impersonating me being racist. It feels like.
So the Grizzlies he said they're gonna whoop that trick and all that. Well, the trick is fighting back. Shaquille O'Neal.
Remember when they thought you was a Russian bot? Remember when Twitter thought
I
that?
was leaning into that shit too.
Hey, this, bro.
That is a Russian
This
bot,
sound
too.
like a Russian nigga trying to sound like a nigga. You feel me?
All right, Tyler, your answer to the worst attempt at writing a Dragonfly Jones tweet of all time.
That was the worst shit I've heard. You know what? Let me Google some Grizzly shit. Let me see what I can come up with.
Oh, we're going bar for bar. So I got
You know what?
Googling
They're
himself. That's
plagiarizing
crazy.
my shit. They're plagiarizing my shit because I quoted a Shaq tweet on May 11th, 2022. I quoted a Shaq quote on Inside the NBA, of course, where I put in quotation marks. Grizzlies heard all that talk and Steph saying he gonna whoop that trick and all that. Well, the trick is fighting back. That's Shaq. And I put like infinite laugh emojis. Like Shaq is hilarious for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was where they probably gleaned that from. But
but the context was greatly lacking in the AI generated.
I want to know why they made me stutter right there, bro. Because I feel like stuttering is like some bullshit where you try to kind of say a motherfucker ain't smart. Because,
No. I think the stuttering on this is this thing's version of the fingers. Like, because of how colloquial people are on Twitter, I put mine in, I put John's in. A lot of them do a weird stutter thing. And I don't know. I mean, it's clearly like
Mine was all hashtags. Like, it was like hashtag this. I'm like, nigga, I don't.
You don't even use hashtags, dog.
Bruh. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay, so round 2 to Tyler.
I was like, I tweeted this? Anyway.
Here's the third one. This one's better. I just realized I want to be Kelly Rowland's backup dancer.
They listening to us, bro.
They were close. They were close.
That's funny.
They were close. I would have wanted to be like her wash rag or something, but they were close. They were close. I'll give them that. Let me Google.
I've never heard John make the noise he just made. When you said that, he said, ah ha ha. He said AH space HA space HA period.
I'm not saying anything else.
Oh,
hey,
shit.
Listen, I'm not seeing. Wild thing is, bro, like I feel like I've made it very clear on how much I love Kelly Rowland, but I am Googling, Twitter searching my Kelly Rowland tweets, and I'm not seeing anything that's necessarily expressing my fucking,
Dragonfly Jones might have got one on you, bro. It might be 2-1.
Because I feel like the whole thing is I'm quote tweeting pictures of her when she's looking amazing and just not saying her name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they know that I love Kelly Rowland, and that's kind of wild to me.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah.
But maybe like who doesn't? That's the thing. I think maybe
I'm gonna
that's
call
why,
this. I'm gonna call this round for the AI. It's 2-1.
Yeah. I got to give it to them. They did their investigation because, like I said, I don't have any like tweets saying how much I love quotations Kelly Rowland, but I know I've for sure expressed how much I love that girl, like unquote tweets and shit.
Yeah. All right. Round 4. Tyler could clinch it right here. This is another. This one's also pretty good. 50 Cent just did an IG post thanking his sis for sending him over all the new shoes. You thought his rap career was over. It was.
That's a good tweet, bro.
That's a good tweet.
That's a good tweet.
And it does kind of sound like Tyler's voice, too.
Yeah, that left turn at the last statement, that's me all day. I will give it to him. I'll give it to him on that. We might have to give it to him. Hey, that left turn at the end, that's me all day, dog. Hey, yeah. That's hilarious, dog. Holy shit. I can't believe I'm laughing at a fucking algorithm. What the fuck?
All right. Last one. This is for all the marbles. We're calling it 2-2. So Tyler, Tyler, you got to have your best tweet up to defeat this, because we can't have we can't have this AI winning. I feel confident in your ability to defeat this tweet. An artist always wants more love, followed by 4 crying laughing emojis. That's not Tyler. That's Kevin Durant. That's an NFL cornerback. That's not Tyler.
Yeah, I am a very heavy laugh cry emoji user, and I do feel like an artist always wants more love. Was that the quote?
Yeah.
That's interesting, because I am very much invested in artists forever pursuing things that maybe they cannot catch, but that still motivates them. Like, I'm very much tapped into that shit. I'm very much tapped into what motivates an artist in their work, right?
Tyler, give us a tweet. We need you to beat this motherfucker, dog.
Yeah, give us.
We need you to knock. Hey, bro.
All right.
It's 2-2, cuz. You're making me nervous.
No, but that feels very fundamental to like the shit that intrigues me, though, bro.
We need you to.
Yeah, for the sake of humanity, you have got to just read any funny tweet you have ever tweeted, please.
I mean, I can pull up the goddamn Wilbon.
Read the Wilbon tweet. Read the Wilbon tweet.
All right, yeah. Listen, bro. Like, I feel like y'all can tap into my spirit and all that, but you can never tap into my intellect and produce anything as great as what I did with this Whitlock tweet. So I'm going to pull that up right quick.
This is the knockout round for
sure.
This
is it.
This
He's loading up.
And this is the TKO.
This was on August 29th, 2018. I felt like this was the first episode of The Shop. This was the premiere when we saw Bron being just kind of unfiltered in his element. And I tweeted it. And I remember Whitlock complaining about Bron saying nigga during that shit. So I tweeted.
I love when he laugh at his own shit, bro.
Me too.
That shit be tickling the hell out of me.
This is my favorite tweet of mine I've ever done in my motherfucking life.
Okay.
All right. So Whitlock saw Bron say nigga last night on the white man's TV and took his fedora off and clutched it close to his chest while nervously rocking back and forth and humming the Mama's Little Baby Love Shortening song. That's the best shit I ever did. You
painted a picture, bro. You were an artiste. You're an artiste,
knockout.
Boy.
5th round knockout. You won it by
the.
You won it. Yeah. You won it with white man's TV. The rest of it you're just beating the lifeless body.
Ain't fucking John Henry died beating the locomotive and shit. I feel like that's how I just went out.
He died with two.
I pulled out my best. I pulled out everything. I reached deep down and pulled out all I had. And left it all out there.
Oh, that's a relief. Boy, that's a relief. All right.
Well, I showed y'all a tweet, though. My Kelly Rowland love goes back to 2010 document.
Yes.
I'm talking about 2000 in the tweet.
Kelly a fatty, man.
Biko just sent us a tweet of Tyler's from 2013 shooting his shot with Kelly Rowland.
Oh, really? Let me see that. Let me see that motherfucker.
She said you was lying on here. Thank you, Biko.
You replied to a Happy Valentine's Day tweet from Kelly Rowland 10 years ago.
There's another one in there that I'm going to send right now. That's gonna get y'all just. Yeah, I'm just gonna send it.
Hey, this 2013 like a motherfucker. This is we'll never get married ever, Jenkins and Jonez, nigga. This when we was just. Hey, the boner never lies, bro. Bro, nigga, crazy.
This was the era of Tyler and John, who recorded their first ever episode of Jenkins and Jonez about how they're tired of losing good women to not
Yeah.
wanting to get married.
I think
That
I
shit was so real, dog.
tweeted.
That shit
I
was
said
so
something.
real.
Just love them till they hate you, or something like that. Because I don't know. There's some wild shit though. I had to delete that too. But anyway, we had to get rid of that one as well.
Oh, the motherfucker. I used an 8
Tyler.
equal signs and
No.
With
Look
a
at the other
question
one.
mark?
Look at the one she just said.
Can you read the tweet? Read the tweet.
No, we can't read the tweet. We
Can I
can't
read it,
the
Tyler?
tweet.
Let me read it.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he said. Tyler said that pussy fatter than a motherfucker too. You hear me?
But
Kelly Rowland has perfect. He
I
said,
don't-
"Wait. See, they weren't talking about her skin. They were talking about her complexion. How great her skin regimen is." Tyler said, "Let us not forget about the fat pussy.
I said too though. I acknowledge how good her
talk about her
complexion was.
skin, but we will
And-
not
and-
ignore. We will not ignore."
And
You know?
also, it was a fan page. It wasn't Kelly's page exactly. I would not have tweeted some shit like that at Kelly.
I
You
would
feel
never
me?
have tweeted at
Yeah.
Ms. Rowland in such a manner. I
I would
respect
have never tweeted about the
Only
voluptuousness
the
of this Kelly
emoji.
Rowland's nether regions exactly to her.
The furthest you go is an emoji penis. That is the furthest you go, tweeting directly at Kelly Rowland.
And in 2023, you may as
Bro,
well
that
be.
was he was
that's
a fucking gentleman, bro.
In
I feel like I put a
2023
question mark
terms-
on it,
Bro,
and that
he
was
was
a
in
gentleman
22.
2013.
Oh yeah, 2013. That was a gentleman, bro. He
No,
pulled
you-
up to the first date with a tie on, nigga.
I was
you know
about
what
to
I'm
say,
saying?
like, you
Hard
brought
bottoms.
flowers to her father to ask if it was okay if you courted his daughter. Like, that's
Right, you feel me?
all right.
Wild words, man.
Before we get out of here, we have got we got to do Dookie Butt of the Week. Who wants to go first? Jackson, do you have your Dookie Butt of the Week ready?
Not really.
I feel like I forgot to remind everybody. It's,
Not really,
We
but
haven't done
I
a
can
Sunday
go.
in a
I can
while.
The AI generator. The AI
Okay,
generator.
John's got the AI
That's gonna
generator.
be the-
AI generator. Tyler dunked on that nigga. Fuck them. Fuck AI. We still seeing the fingers fucked up right now, bro. You
Yeah.
lost.
Yes.
You needed that.
Yes.
Yeah, I put my handle in there. Did not like what I saw. It thinks I'm some sort of weird email marketer. I don't know what's going on.
What the fuck?
It might be a little racist. That feels
I was
a
about
little
to say that feels a little racist.
It's
racist. Was racist with Tyler? Might have been racist.
Yeah,
with you too.
I don't like it.
know.
My Dookie Butt is probably, I've brought this up before. They're a repeat offender or Dookie Butt of the week. But the New England Patriots, they didn't do anything particularly bad this week. But the fact that they're so bad, they're just truly so bad. But they won just enough games to get the third pick and miss out on the two amazing quarterback prospects from this year. And are probably going to fire the greatest coach of all time is pretty awful.
Or awesome, depending on how you feel about
Okay.
the New England Patriots.
You can laugh.
I'm from
It's
St. Louis, man. This fuck y'all. Next 10 lives. Fuck you, mean. Fuck.
It was. I'll say this because I feel this. I felt the same way when Tom Brady retired. I don't care about almost any of these coaches or their teams at this point. Like, there are players that I still find really exciting in the NFL. I'm excited to do our playoff preview with the Gridiron Gals this week. But like, losing figures that you hate from sports is like a certain kind of like hollowness. You know what I mean? Like I always was so happy when the Patriots would get knocked out of the playoffs. I don't care if the Bills get knocked. It doesn't move me at all if the Bills get knocked out of the playoffs. I think Bo talked about this when we had him on. It doesn't matter how you feel about Deion Sanders. You feel something about that dude.
Right.
You don't give a fuck about most of these dudes are straight out of a TED Talk. You don't care about most of these college coaches. And so Bill Belichick, to me, that's what I miss. Whoever comes and coaches at the Patriots now, I'm not going to give a fuck about those games. You know what I mean? I'm not going to make fun. I'm not going to enjoy making fun of him the same way I made fun. Bill Belichick was hired while I was in high school. You know what I mean? So it's when you lose those links, like, to me, that it does make sports like less rich, I guess is what I would say. But yeah, fuck the Patriots. I'm glad the Jets broke that. Yeah, high five, brother. I'm glad the Jets broke that streak.
We don't fuck with the Red Sox either, because y'all did us bad twice in the World Series too, G. Boston sports as a whole. That's why it's so hard with Jason Tatum. Because it's
Wait,
been
I
fuck
thought
Boston
you
and
were- I
St. Louis
thought-
for a long time.
I thought you were a Mariners fan. You're Boston on everything. You had
I
something.
am Boston
Seattle.
everything, but I also do support the Mariners because when I was 5 years old was Ichiro's rookie year and MVP year.
Okay.
And I'm Japanese,
Oh,
so
hell yeah.
I mean,
So you're a
Oh,
Dodgers
of
fan
course,
this
you had
year?
to. Yeah.
maybe I might have to be a Dodgers fan this year.
You might have to
I
be.
might have to be. I might have to be.
You might have to be. Shar got the Otani jersey with his name written in Japanese on the back.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's fire. I mean, that's why
tight.
the same sentiment is why I understand what you're saying, John, because it's hard for me to watch Rui in a Lakers jersey. You know, it's really, that's a dagger to the heart. That's a dagger to the heart.
Nasty.
Do
I get
it, bro. Every black person on the planet was a Vic fan when he was with Atlanta, regardless of our team allegiances. So
Yeah.
you gotta,
For sure.
you gotta
For
make that
sure.
jump too, my boy.
They sold bootleg Mike Vick Falcons jerseys at the and Eagles jerseys actually at the fucking liquor store by Polly, bro. Like, it's like you could just go in there and get one of those shit for $20 or whatever. Everybody would come to school in the fucking Mike Vick jersey. All right, my Dookie butt of the week is Nikki Haley's husband. I don't know if any of y'all heard this story. Nikki Haley, Republican candidate for president. Here's a story about her husband. This is written by Nikki Haley. You may be wondering how Bill became South Carolina first gentleman Michael Haley. After we started dating, I looked at him one day and said, "What's your name?" "You know it's Bill," he said, puzzled. "You just don't look like a Bill," I said. "What's your whole name?" "William Michael." From that point on, I started calling him Michael, and all my friends did the same. When he transferred to Clemson his sophomore year, my friends became his friends, and before we knew it, he was universally known as Michael. Everyone who knew him before I did knows him as Bill, and everyone who met him after I did knows him as Michael. She also ends, "He looks like a Michael," which I want to say, no, he doesn't. He looks
The authority
like
on
a
Michael's
Bill.
right here.
He looks like a Bill. And she
Let me
took
Google
that.
this motherfucker.
she-
let me see if he's a Michael or a Bill. Mike.
He's a shaved head, bald man who is white.
Is
that is not a
Haley-
Michael.
Is Haley Michael's name?
Yes.
Okay.
He looks like a
remember a
Bill
chick-
Haley.
He looks like Bill
Specifically
Haley.
with the last name, too.
Yes.
A chick tried to change my name to Brandon. She said, "I don't look like a John, I look like a Brandon." And I may kind of like
You
a
might look
Brandon.
like a Brandon,
But my
yeah.
name's
You might,
fucking John.
You
Don't-
can't
you know what I'm
take.
saying?
Yeah.
It
yeah.
didn't stick. I remember, you know what I'm saying? She had a fatty too.
Nah,
I let her get away with it for a little bit.
That head is way too round to be a Michael, bro. That is a motherfucker who is the head manager at a fucking car dealership, bro. And Michaels don't do that. Bills do. That is one of the biggest dealerships we got in Richmond is Bill Tally Ford, and that is a Bill Tally face motherfucker right there, dog. Hell no, that ain't no Michael. I'm with you, bro. Yeah.
All right.
What the fuck Nikki Haley be on, man?
Well, that was not her, not the weirdest thing she said either.
Oh.
Nikki Haley fucked up so bad on the question of what was the cause of the Civil War that Donald Trump gave her a DEI lesson.
Donald Trump. Where the fuck? What the fuck did you just say? If Donald Trump is further left than you, like what the fuck came out your out your mouth? If Donald Trump is more liberal than you on what you just said, bro, that is so wild to me.
Just to give the context, because I know we have listeners who are not following the Republican primary.
As they shouldn't fucking be.
God fucking bless you. Nikki Haley was asked at I believe it was a town hall what the cause of the Civil War was, and she said basically states' rights, blah 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 blah, and so obviously a lot of uproar over what an insanely stupid thing that is to say, to the extent that, as Tyler points out, Donald Trump literally went up and said, yeah. I quote, "I'd say slavery is sort of the obvious answer as opposed to about 3 paragraphs of bullshit."
Bodied the fuck out of her.
Hey, and I said in the group chat, that man is the most chronic liar in the United States of America, but he will tell the dead-faced, dog-honest, goddamn truth every time someone he doesn't like fucks up.
He will, if his base is moving this way, but someone he hates is on this side, calling for their life.
He's gonna tell the base. Hold up a minute.
He's going to walk through that fucking base just to stomp on the back of that motherfucker's head. He does not give a fuck, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
So circle back around and pick me up, and we'll get back going the direction you want to go. Anyway, Tyler, what was your Dookie Butt of the week? Did you do one already?
Yeah. I feel like this is kind of keeping in tune with the theme of the weekend with the whole January 6th anniversary and shit. But my Dookie Butt of the week is probably gonna be Grimes, and I feel like this is kind of like, I feel like Elon was won the championship for Dookie Butt of the week last year.
Yeah,
but
we almost renamed it. If we didn't dislike saying his name so much, we would have renamed the shit for him.
Right,
for sure.
and I feel like this is like just part of his coaching tree, proving their worth. You know what I'm saying? For the people who don't know, Grimes is Elon's baby mama. She was an artist. I don't know if she's put out any new music, because why the fuck would you when you're married to that motherfucker? But where you getting alimony from that motherfucking shit. But she had a fucking tweet where she was talking about how, she's proud of white culture and all that. And I'm not even mad at that tweet. I am mad at her for kind of sparking the whole what's wrong with white pride crowd with that tweet. And, here's the thing. Here's the thing about why white pride is something you should not say. The unspoken subtext of Black pride, of Hispanic pride, of Latino pride, of Asian pride is we're proud of ourselves in spite of such and such, right? We're proud of ourselves in spite of a country that told us we should not be. We're proud of ourselves in spite of a country that did everything they could to subjugate us and to not let us be successful, or to not even let us be comfortable, right? And if you're someone who is saying white pride, what is the in spite of there? What has happened to white people to make you say, yeah, I'm proud to be white in spite of such and such and such? Because whatever answer you're going to give out, it doesn't amount to anything more than hurt feelings and not actual policies and, things that were carried out and subjugation methods and such. Whatever you say as a white person that you're proud of in spite of, it doesn't amount to anything more substantial than hurt feelings. While the shit that Black people and Hispanic people and Asian people and Latino people have had to go through too is substantial shit, right? It's shit that, we substantial methods of fucking discrimination, oppression, etc. And the whole thing is, bro, we're not saying you can't be proud of your heritage, because no one gives a fuck about like Italian pride, you know what I'm saying, or Irish pride. You know what I'm saying? Because we understand that Italian, Irish people, they had to, fight a battle here in this country as well. I was going to say no one cares about German pride. I was like, Germany got a bit more PR to do before we say you can be proud to be. Because the last time motherfuckers were proud to be German, some real foul shit happened, right? Like, y'all just got to deal with them Sam Adams Oktoberfest beers and the fucking 2011 NBA championship.
You're proud to celebrate Oktoberfest. You're proud to celebrate Oktoberfest.
Right. And motherfucking Dirk Nowitzki was a bad motherfucker. Like y'all got that for now until y'all.
You got Dirk pride. You got Dirk pride.
Shit. Yeah. Right. Right. And that's just my whole thing, right? Like you have to understand, if there's a gay pride parade in your city, there's nothing is going to happen to that unless someone does something to those people, right? If there is a Hispanic pride parade in your city, nothing is going to happen to the people in that parade unless someone does something to them. If there's a white pride parade in your city, the people, if someone gets harmed, it's the people who are parading in the white pride parade. You feel me? Right.
Yes.
And that's the whole thing. I'm not saying you cannot be proud of who you are. I'm just saying you have to understand certain phrases come with certain connotations, certain, fucking, certain shit where what the subtext is. And white pride is not something that is on the same ground with like Latino pride and Asian pride and gay pride and all that, bro. It's like the same shit with like these motherfuckers to be on that men's rights shit. Motherfucker, who's taking rights from men? You know what I'm saying? Like who in the fuck is subjugating men? But that's my whole thing. That was my Dookie Butt of the week. For her, just kind of, like I said, I don't really have a problem with what she said particularly, but her just kind of. I have a problem with her not knowing.
Yes,
that you're fucking igniting the worst people on the planet to come to your aid, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, So
I think that the only thing I would add to what you just said, which was all perfect, is that like whiteness does not actually exist, right?
Exactly.
Like Black Americans are black because they were forced to be black, not Ethiopian, right? Like this is the word that
we are all brown and we're from fucking 8 different countries in Africa from the
Right.
slave trade. So we're black. That's how that shit came about.
And through the collective actions of this country, horrific actions, like not just in slavery, but in the attempts to move forward past that, you're given a shared cultural experience, right? Now, flip that math around for whiteness. I'm proud to be Italian. I'm proud as fuck to be Italian, for sure. Like I'm proud. My family came over as immigrants. I'm proud of the way my grandpa worked up from the tenement he worked up in, that he grew up in, to give our family the life we had. All this shit, super proud of it. But that is not what whiteness is. What whiteness is the series of ideas and picking this person gets to be a part of the club that can come home from World War II, that can get the GI Bill and go to college, that's allowed to buy a house that's going to appreciate in value 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 times in your lifetime. Like that cultural identity was created by the country as an oppressive tool. It is not a thing that exists except as an oppressive tool. Right. So you could I love punk music. I love Neil Young. I love a lot of shit that is like clearly very white. But what I love about it has nothing to do with its tie to whiteness. Even if like you guys are like Tyler, I know like Tyler listened to Nirvana, a lot of other white music. You probably saw that as white music. I didn't see that as white music the way that you felt rap music was black music. To me, right? Like it was never like, oh, Kurt Cobain looks like me. The country did not give me a reason for that to mean something. But then the ska movement happened with like Southern California and shit, and you're like, this is my people making music, right? Like that was your fucking. That hurts, bro. Goddamn. Yeah, no, But
you're calling me a ska Hear me out. I'm not shooting at you. I'm saying I'm saying that like whiteness. If you are pledging allegiance to whiteness, you are pledging allegiance to something that is bigger than yourself, and you know that deep down inside that whiteness, fucking revolves around subjugating other people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's the only reason that word exists in that way.
Exactly, because it's fucking like it's 20 fucking different countries here, who can compromise whiteness, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what I'm saying. I wasn't trying to shit on you.
No. I was just saying it's like you're so white, you're a ska motherfucker. But no,
I was a ska motherfucker, bro, and I'm black as fuck.
Yeah. No, I like No Doubt and Real Big Fish and shit. I'm not gonna pretend I didn't. I mean, those were and they're all from Long Beach too, or half of them at least, I guess, in both bands. But like, it's exactly what you said. It makes me angry when people bring that up, like, because it's such a bad faith thing to do. Like, well, why can't men be proud? It's like, well, what? Like, I'm happy that I'm a man.
Where's the in spite of? That's what I always.
That's exactly right. Like, no one. Like, I was raised by a single mom. Like, she was never at any point, and I would add, by the way, at never at any point did my mom have anything negative to say about men or me being a man. But she had a hell of a lot of negative shit to say about white people and the concept of whiteness. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because that's not a real thing. And I don't know. I mean, we've talked about this off the air. That's where a lot of my feelings and opinions on things come from, is my mom being like, well, that's fucking bullshit. And then also us going through things as a family and seeing that actually that identity of whiteness still very much functions as a, like, this is the club. And if your family is going through some shit, don't show up to the fucking club. You know what I mean? Like, but the other half of your friends, they're still very happy to see you and love you and take care of you. And like, you understand in those moments, like, oh, I fucking get it. Like these people are full of shit and these people are human beings. Yeah, I don't know. It's that fucking simple. Fuck Grimes for that tweet. Bro.
Yeah.
I mean, how you marry Elon Musk? Like, I don't know about politics. Like,
the shit that Elon Musk was probably whispering in your ear.
God damn.
Like, bruh, what? Mein Kampf who? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like let's be real here, dog.
Whomst Kampf?
Whomst Kampf?
All right, man. That's all the time that was a full Jenkins and Jonez episode right there.
Jesus.
That's all the time we got.
An hour 30 minutes. That shit flew by. That was fun as fuck.
That was fun as fuck. That's all the time we got. We'll be back on Thursday with the next regular episode. And then, like I said, Saturday morning, we'll have that NFL preview with the Gridiron Gals. So circle back for both of those. And we will see y'all soon. Bye.
Bye.